Chris Brown has now addressed the reports surrounding the alleged shooting, and according to him, the entire narrative being circulated is completely false. He insists that he has been at home the entire time and claims he never heard anything resembling gunfire or even the sound of police vehicles arriving. In his response, he made it clear that he is frustrated with people continuously linking his name to situations that, in his view, have nothing to do with him. He emphasized that people need to stop associating him with the story, pushing back strongly against the growing speculation that has been spreading online. To clarify the situation, law enforcement sources have firmly stated that officers did, in fact, respond to reports of a shooting that allegedly took place outside Brown's residence on Friday. However, these same sources have also been clear in saying that there is no confirmed connection between Brown himself and the incident, aside from the reported location being near his home. Despite the headlines and public attention, officials have not indicated that Brown was involved in any way beyond the fact that the reported events occurred outside his property. According to what has been reported, shots were allegedly fired outside Chris Brown's Los Angeles home on Friday afternoon, a development that quickly gained attention once it surfaced. The situation unfolded when authorities received a call regarding a possible shooting near the property, prompting a response from law enforcement. The report, which came in during the late afternoon, described a concerning scenario that led officers to quickly head to the scene to assess what had happened. Law enforcement sources have shared that police were dispatched to Chris Brown's residence in the Tarzana area at approximately 4 p.m. following the report. The call indicated that there may have been a shooting outside the property, which immediately triggered concern and required officers to investigate. As with any report involving gunfire, the situation was treated with urgency, leading to a swift response from authorities who moved to gather information and secure the area. Details provided by sources indicate that the initial report came from a female caller who claimed that a shooting had just taken place. She reportedly described the suspect as a black male, around 35 years old, and alleged that he had fired shots at her vehicle during the incident. This description was relayed through dispatch communications, giving responding officers a clearer idea of what they might be dealing with upon arrival. The seriousness of the claim added to the urgency of the situation, as officers prepared to confront a potentially dangerous scenario. In dispatch audio obtained from the incident, authorities can be heard sending officers to the Tarzana address while also providing details about the suspect's appearance, including what he was reportedly wearing at the time. This information was crucial in helping officers identify the individual involved once they arrived at the scene. The communication reflects the standard procedure followed in such cases, where as much detail as possible is shared to ensure officers are adequately prepared. When officers reached the location, they proceeded to interview the individuals involved in the situation. According to what sources have shared, both parties present were questioned in an effort to understand exactly what had transpired. These interviews are a critical part of any investigation, as they allow law enforcement to piece together the sequence of events from multiple perspectives and determine the validity of the claims being made. During the questioning, it was reported that the male suspect provided his version of events, stating that the situation began when the woman refused to leave the area. According to his account, this refusal led to a verbal argument between the two, escalating tensions between them. What may have initially been a disagreement reportedly grew more intense, eventually leading to a confrontation that spiraled beyond control. The suspect allegedly claimed that the situation took a more serious turn when the woman drove her vehicle over his foot. This action, as described by the suspect, was the moment when the altercation escalated significantly. He stated that in response to this, he fired shots at her car. This claim forms a key part of his explanation for what occurred, although it is one side of the story that would naturally be subject to further investigation by authorities.